It's Wednesday, July 30th at 3:15 in the afternoon. We've just gotten to Windy Lake and we've done our setup. Stephanie's been here for a bit and she looked around the park, went down to the water and waited for us. The site's quite nice, it's quite large. It would be great for trailer camping. We're near the comfort station. Dad's taking a nap, which should be expected. And when he wakes up, we'll probably go wander around the park. We both had good drives up here. There was a little nostalgia for that Dad when he saw the 144 Timmins sign and the Super Stack in Sudbury. Dad and I stopped at the Hungry Bear for lunch, and as usual, it was good. And I ran into the trading post, but only bought a couple notepads for the fridge. But if we can, we'll stop there on the way back. But otherwise, we'll go to there for Grundy. There's the canoe dip set that is pretty cool. I'd like to get one day, but not right now. And so yeah, when Dad wakes up, maybe we'll head down to the water for a quick little swim so we can say we swam in Windy Lake. And we're just going to hang out for a bit. Anything to say, Steph?
No, I'm good.
The flame is so almost invisible.
Yeah, it lit.
No. Yep.
So why don't we heat some water here? Try it.
it's dinner time at Windy Lake, and we are having steak and potatoes and corn. And Dad keeps hearing trains go by and wishes that he were on it.
Yeah. Yeah, the steak's good. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So it's July 31st at 8 a.m. and we're all packed up and ready to go to the train. Dad's eating breakfast. What are you having, Dad?
Granola.
With?
Strawberries. Yeah, I don't know. And nuts. There's probably some kind of nuts in here.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. We don't want to keep nuts around. Strawberry granola.
Granola.
And Stephanie, what are you having?
Apple oats, cinnamon apple oats.
So these are some of the things that I've had around for a while in the kitchen or in the backcountry food box, and just thought it'd be nice to eat them for a nice breakfast that's kind of quick. How'd you sleep, Dad?
Fine. Do you mention what the temperature was? What's the temperature?
So when I got up at 6:30 to go to the washroom, the temperature was 7.
Oh, wow.
So, but I was warm. I put my sweatshirt on though, which is unusual, but Stephanie, how was your night?
I didn't sleep well, but I'll be okay. There were a lot of trains.
There were at least 3 trains that went by in the middle of the night.
Right beside the
they're
site.
right beside us. So there's all our gear. And we got the car here, and we'll be loading up shortly and finishing our breakfast. So we're just about to leave the park, but we decided to come back down to the beach to take a look at it without the smoke around the lake, just to see what the lake looks like. And it looks like a nice lake.
Yeah, nice lake.
Nice big long beach. It'd be great to swim at in the like other times if we came here. Goes all the way down there. And then we're gonna head off to the train. Dad on it. You have to do commentary stuff.
Oh. It's 4:30. 16:30.
It's 7 after 4.
Oh. Okay, it's just after 4 o'clock on Thursday, July 31st. We're at the site. Dad doesn't know what to do next, but he'll figure out something. Kristen's putting tables together. And here we are. Voila.
So it's 8 o'clock on July 31st. We are at Site 111 at Biscotasi, or Spanish River Provincial Park. We have done all our setups. We had goulash and stroganoff from OTG Meals for dinner, and some creme brulee for dessert. We have decided to come into the bug shelter to play some games tonight because it's a little buggy, though they're not super consistent, but they're probably not going to get better. We had a really nice fire tonight because we got lots of firewood from Gordy, who drove us here. And yeah, we're going to play some Old Maid. So, Stephanie, how was your day?
My day was busy, but it was good. Yeah, we accomplished what we wanted to. Like everything, like really went the way we could have hoped for. So I'm happy.
And how did you like the train ride?
It was fun. It was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different. It was. I was curious to see what it was all about, what the scenery would be like. Scenery I wasn't wowed by, but
I'd like to sit on the opposite side of the train going home.
yeah, we'll try to
Or
get
the same side.
our friend there who made the tea. Maybe he could.
Maybe.
But the guy on the steward or whatever on the train said, he'll be there Sunday.
Yeah.
So maybe he can get us a premium spot on the other side, so we see different scenery.
Do they have assigned seating?
No.
No, but he can.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Well, we'll try.
You may be busier on Sunday with
Perhaps, yeah.
people heading back. Or,
Yeah.
Back to the city.
Yeah.
But that's okay, as long as Dad gets a window seat on the way back.
Well, I can see lots, even if
We-
I'm not sitting on the window.
And-
You can go, there's a area between the cars, and there's a window at the top, so you can open that and stand there and look out.
I don't think you're allowed to linger in between for that long, though.
And who said that?
I think there was a sign.
Don't linger in there?
Yeah, something to that effect.
Well, anyway,
The
I'll
market's-
see lots. Anyway, as if we haven't seen a lot anyway already. Water, swamps,
Swamps.
Rocks.
yeah, lots of rocks.
Lots of people were doing this similar to what we were doing.
Infamous Canadian Shield, Boreal
I
Forest,
thought it was
whatever
Could
it
be
is.
Trans-Siberia.
Well, not quite, but
Or Trans-Sib-
no, that was fun.
Yeah, there were a couple other canoes that we got to watch unload, which was
Yep.
at Sinker Creek and the Forks on the Spanish River.
Yeah,
Yeah, we weren't the only ones.
there were
People
a young
kinda
group who got off first, eh?
Yeah, well,
Young kids, it looked like.
well,
Yeah.
teenagers probably. They look young, but
Yeah, they didn't look like a real backcountry people, but someone's getting them out there.
Well, the guy had a Tomogamy t-shirt.
Yeah,
That doesn't
that's
mean much, but maybe they've done trips before.
yeah, maybe not tons, but some like you did.
And they did have 2 canoes, so.
But they got it from the outfitters.
One canoe was sitting right on the side of the next one, the
What?
2 different sizes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we finally saw the train, experienced the train.
Yep.
So yeah,
I'll call Jim Lang and say,
yeah, you should.
because he and Gilbert did Moose and E.
Yeah, you should tell us.
Only I don't think they actually were in the water that much, and they said they're going to catch the train.
Well, you haven't paddled a single stroke yet.
That's okay.
We'll get to it, but
Yep.
I mean, that's not the focus of this trip was not paddling a lot of kilometers. It was the train.
Well, we start paddling, and
Yeah, and
it's a big area. We can,
As long as we don't miss any meals.
as long as you have a good GPS, you wouldn't want to depend on me and the map. Well, yeah, that map's pretty good, I think. Even the small islands are marked, so.
But yeah, you can't keep saying, oh, we'll do the train next year, next summer. There was space, so there's
Yep.
all these other places you could do another time, but the train, it's the structure you can't avoid. Like it's
And past week, there's reason to say, no, this just
Lots of
isn't going to work.
it's not meant to be.
Yeah, not meant to be, but
Yeah, so I feel even more grateful.
I don't
that
think
we're here.
we would have could have done anything different if we had canceled and said, well, we just can't go. I mean,
Yeah, no, the dog and Garth wouldn't be together right now.
I mean, it's one thing to cancel Provincial Park. We've been there and done that before. But this is for the train.
Yep.
Yeah, I did get the refunds policy thing, or the cancellation insurance or whatever. I would have been fully refunded, but it would have... when would we go again?
First stop they did was what?
The Forks, I believe.
Forks. That probably wouldn't be too bad, a rather short trip for inexperienced people to get off, come up there and get off.
And maybe you're going to that Fox Lake Lodge that they got the canoes from.
Yeah, okay.
Is that your understanding? They were paddling back to them?
Well, according to the map, you can paddle back to Fox Lake.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
So yeah, and then the lady said she's taking the younger group of guys' car back. She said, I'll take your car.
Okay.
So she's driving it somewhere. So
The 4 men?
yeah. Men. So you wonder if like Fox Lake isn't well, it's on the map.
Yeah.
It even has a description like stop at Fox Lake. So
Yeah.
well, you can see how many rapids there are.
Yep.
So we're gonna... How was your day, Kristen?
Fine, good.
Just like how was work?
Yeah, train was fun, different.
Yeah, I mean, it went smoothly. Like the timing was good.
Yep.
We weren't rushing like everything.
And even if the timing on Sunday, even if it's late by a couple hours,
Tomorrow,
we'll just be sitting around in the sun with everybody else. Because there were a few people who got off the train and the steward was like, see you Sunday, see you to other people too.
Yeah, not just us.
Yeah, so there's, people in these lodges or at cottages who are going to be going back Sunday as well, so.
Yeah.
They can't wait till Monday.
Well, it doesn't run Monday.
That's right. They can't wait till Monday.
So Tuesday it would go northbound again.
Wednesday southbound.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Cool.
No, it was... There's always the uncertainty of everything.
Lots of
more
uncertainty.
uncertainty once we get here as to where we're going to stay. But you guys did your homework and arranged the shuttle.
Kristen was the one that asked me to help
Yeah.
call, and yeah, of course I'll make phone calls.
So, that... And
I felt like he was taking us, it seemed to take forever.
His idea of, not far is different than mine.
Well, I forgot to set my GPS. I had the train trip and the trip here all as one trip. So on the way back, hopefully I remember to... So it's August 1st, and we're at our site. We had our first night, and it was kind of cool, but no one was cold. Steph, were you cold? Dad? Stephanie's made us some drinks, and we'll start breakfast shortly. There's some bugs out, but not a huge amount yet. We have an onshore wind, which hopefully will help keep them away today. I think the wind forecast is only to go up to 20, gusts of 20 this afternoon. So it's a nice sunny morning, no clouds in the sky. It's a little breezy. And we'll get on with having breakfast sandwiches for breakfast. Do you have anything to say, Dad? Just a little bit of heat. That's just how it works. Yeah, you may have a great... So it's Saturday, August 2nd, and we're still at the site. We have about 24 hours to go. So, still pretty windy out there, but I'm still gonna paddle, even if it's out across the lake into the wind and then let it carry me back to the site. I'm definitely gonna get out there regardless. I had a good sleep last night. I only woke up once at 3:30 for who knows why. Adjusted my sleeping bag a little bit. And I've also moved my tent from where it originally was over to back behind Stephanie because the wind is pushing all the smoke right in the tent. And I don't mind the smell of smoke on my clothes after camping, it's expected. But all day of it would be quite a bit. Because with my hammock up there, we had 2 fires at our site at Awenda, and when I opened it at this trip, I still smelled smoke. So, again, not a huge deal, but just to keep it off my tent all day. So I probably won't have my tent out again this year, the purple one. So, but Stephanie, how did you sleep? How are your bug bites?
Oh, my infestation of bug bites. Better, yeah. Yeah, I used the Benadryl and...
Afterbite Benadryl.
Afterbite Benadryl, the topical treatment. And it helped a lot. I was very comfortable when I went to bed. And I slept, well, I woke up a few times and fell right back asleep. Even when it was starting to get light, I fell back asleep until later time, so I was happy.
What woke you?
I don't know. What always wakes me up? I don't know.
And Dad, how was your night?
It was good. Listen to the radio.
I listened to a podcast on shocking musical artists.
I listened to the radio.
Good. Oh, his radio.
I was listening to
Yeah, what were you listening
WBZ Boston.
Oh, did that bring back some childhood memories?
Yeah, well, I think WBZ was one of the first AM radio stations in the U.S.
You were around for it.
No, I stopped. Well, I kept hearing the waves on the beach. Anytime you wake up, you hear this siren say, oh, we know what that is. Onshore wind.
Yep, so still windy today. Got a fire going because we have quite a bit of wood to get through. Not that we have to, but
We want to try our best.
yeah. So, and breakfast today is pancakes and Spam, so that'll be delicious. So it's our last evening at camp. It's 8 o'clock.
No, 8:30.
Thanks, 8:30. And hopefully this sounds okay because it is still windy. That's the theme of the weekend, wind.
It so is.
It really is.
Yep.
Tonight we had lasagna from Mountain House for dinner, one of Steph's favorites. She remembers having it from Kawartha Highlands with the dog after we finished our trip there in the parking lot. So it's a favorite of hers, and she got some. And then we had tiramisu that was the same as what I tried to make in Temagami unsuccessfully. This time was a little better, but I still have some work to do. Maybe I'll try it on my next trip. Stephanie, how was your day?
My day was good.
Speak up.
My day was good, thanks. Yeah.
Stephanie's going to finish a book. That might be a first for her.
Well, it's only 200 pages.
Only.
Quite long, actually.
And what did you do today?
I woke up, we had pancake breakfast.
Did you help cook?
Yeah, I helped make the ham over the fire eventually, and then we went for a paddle, came back here, I went for a swim, we had lunch, we relaxed a bit, and
Played some Yahtzee.
lots of Yahtzee, and just worked on the fire, and had supper, I guess. See too.
And Dad, how was your day?
It was a very nice day. The weather was nice, a little windy this morning, but did some paddling.
Too short. It's too short. And you had a nap?
Yeah, oh yeah, I had to have a nap. It was a relaxing afternoon, good food, good company.
You have to say that.
We're facilitating this trip.
And I think we're going to play some cards this evening and just relax. Still a nice breeze that hopefully keeps the bugs away. And plan is to get up kind of early tomorrow and be ready to catch the shuttle back to Bisco. Train leaves White River at 7 a.m. and so we'll take advantage of this Rogers satellite system to get some updates from cabin and make sure that the train is on time, and if it isn't, that we're aware of when it will be arriving. We probably make our chairs readily available to be able to sit, even though it's a lot of sun in that track, but maybe we're on the other side of the train this time. Track.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No.
They don't seem to
I
care.
don't think so.
It's not Union Station.
Multiple platforms.
So yeah, it'll be a nice morning. I'm going to use my final memory card somewhere and watch camera battery to try to film the trip out, even though it took about an hour to get to the site, and I don't know if I'll have that long of a video, but that's okay. Stephanie can use her phone, I can use Dad's camera, and we can try to splice it together. So Dad's getting ready to help Gordy tomorrow with loading up the canoes. He helped them the other time, so you know, even though Dad's not going to ever be a sailor. So, and yeah, we're just going to play some Go Fish. Stephanie, would you like to give your recap of the weekend? That's your recap? Is it no rain so far? Okay. What was your favorite moment? Dad, how was your trip? Or too cold? Fine. Would you come back here to this lake? I would. No, he can't see it.